Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to solve a Crypdoku. Now, Crypdoku, what is Crypdoku, you ask? Crypdoku is a new type of puzzle that combines a cryptogram with a Sudoku. And what you'll notice here is that the cryptogram is using numbers, while the Sudoku grid is using letters. And right here in the middle, we have t is equal to 4. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. The 9 letters that appear in the cryptogram, the Sudoku grid, are going to be 1 through 9 or single digit numbers in the cryptogram. So this is important to remember because now we know what the most likely letters are that are going to appear here with the single digits. Okay? Also, look at the title. The title is an important clue because that tells you something about the subject of the puzzle. Now, this puzzle happens to be a true crime puzzle. In other words, it is themed on a true crime, a very notorious crime, as a matter of fact. I also have puzzles that are themed to the Civil War, World War II, and other subjects as we go along. All right, so starting on this one, we're going to go, movie trivia. Yes, movie trivia. One of my favorite things. All right, so what we're going to do here to start is we're going to go ahead and look for all the 4s and do this systematically because we know that 4 is going to be equal to t. So everywhere that we see a 4 in here, we're going to turn it into a t. And let's go ahead and go through here. That is not what we wanted to have happen there. No, stop it! Arg. I don't know why it's auto-populating the entire freaking title, so I'll just have to use this pull-down menu and do it this way. Alright, there we go. That was strange. Alright. Alright, so first thing we're going to look for is common small words in the English language. Now right here we see this 4-3 combination. There is a T. Now there is only one word in the English language that is commonly used that has 2 letters that starts with a T, and that of course is the word to, T-O. So that's a pretty safe assumption that all the 3s in here are going to be the letter O. So we'll go through and find all the 3s and go ahead and put those in here. There's another 2 and right there. All right, next look at the 3-letter combination here, 496. Now, we know that all 3 of these letters are in the Sudoku grid, all right? We also know that this is not 2 as in T-O-O because it's not 3 letters, of course, and we also know that O is 3, so we know that's not O. So, looking at the grid, we see the vowel E is in here, vowel O is in here, letter H is in here, R, S, and P, and N. All right, now, we know that the most common 3-letter word in the English language that starts with a T is what? The. All right. So everywhere we see that 496 combo, or in this case 96, we know to go ahead and change those. Oops, 9 is H, yeah. Okay, H. And we'll just go through here. All right. So we have those. All right. Now, look around here a little bit. See some common patterns here. HE in a 4-letter word. We know that this is going to be one of these words, one of these letters. And I am assuming N. The reason I'm assuming N, 8 is equal to N, is because the chances are that the letter is, the word is going to end in the N, because what else would it end in? P? Not very many words end with the P. Not very many words end with R. They usually, if there's an R at the end of the word, it's going to end with an E. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that. I may be wrong. There are times that you make the wrong guess. You just have to go back and fix it. All right. That's the T there. Pity the fool. All right. Now, here's another thing to think about is the clue. Their fishing expedition led to a fishing boat and their bodies. Okay? Fishing boat and bodies. Now, being a true crime aficionado, I know who this refers to. That, of course, would be the case of Lacey Peterson. Her husband went on a fishing trip on his fishing boat that I think she didn't know about, if I remember correctly. And they discovered her and the body of her unborn child in a barrel that he had thrown overboard. So who was that? That was our buddy Scott Peterson. Now, on the bottom of the clue, you're going to see sometimes a word that is separate from all the others, and that is going to be referring to who the subject of the clue is. Sometimes I'm saying, but there are times that it's not going to be that way. But for the majority of my puzzles, that's going to be how it shows up. All right, so now we know that 1 is equal to S. Whoops. I know there's more efficient ways to do this, but I'm going to do this manually just to show you the process. All right. And let's see, 5s. Are there any 5s? Here we go. Up 5. All right, looking at this word. Oops, we already know that's a C. S blank S-P-E-C-T. I suspect, ha 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 ha, that it is the word suspect. I know, I'm funny. All right, so everywhere we see 23, quickly put a U in there. There's another one. Another one. Now, something to think about is to keep track of what letters you've solved. It's a good idea to go ahead down here and put those in here as you go. That way you can see what letters you have missed out on and you don't have yet. Now R, that's R. Do we have R? Yes, we do. Peterson 7 right there. Okay, as a matter of fact, I think I might have some more of those to fill out. 2. O is 3. P is 5. Do we have N yet? Yes, we do. 8. So we have and 1. Do I have? Yeah, 1 is S. So, and let's see if I have all the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Don't have 4 yet. All right. So what is the one letter that we haven't figured out yet? Oh, duh. 4 right there. 5, 6. We do not have 6. Okay. Oh, yes, we do have 6. 6 is E. All right. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have all 9 letters. Okay, the suspect 4-letter word ends with H-E-N. What are the common 4-letter words? You could do then, T-H-E-N. You could do when, W-H-E-N. Not too many other words that fit that pattern. Now, we already know what T is. So we know that that is not T, so we can go ahead and assume that 24 is W. And there's when again. And let's see if we have any more 24s. Yep, starting to come together here. Starting to see some words. Okay. And let's see, we have 11. We know it's not O. We know it's not E. It's either going to be an A or an I. All right. Now let's think about this logically. When has, would that make sense? No, not grammatically. So I think it's a pretty safe assumption that 11 is going to be an I. So let's go back here and do eyes up front. All right. When his P blank E blank N blank blank N blank T. Now we know that's a vowel because we're not speaking German here. What vowels have already been used? A, E, I, O, U. All of them except for A. All right. So 14 is going to be A. All right. So we can go back in here, find all the 14s. Was, there you go. You see this is starting to come together. 14. Here's another one. Single, important right here. There is only one single letter word in the English language. A. So that is something to keep in mind for the future. That should have been the first thing I found, so kind of missed that one. All right. So when his P blank E blank N A N T. Let's go ahead and fill that out. And we already knew that that was an R. I had missed it earlier. When his pregnant wife, obviously. All right. So 10 is G. A lot of G's in this puzzle. Think about G's. The gerund, ing, is very common in the English language. Not in this particular puzzle, but it is something to keep in mind for the future. Because anytime you see that pattern, you know at the end of a word, it's a very common pattern and is one that you're going to see an awful lot. All right. When his pregnant, W-I blank E. Either going to be wife or wife. Obviously, wife would not make sense grammatically, so I think we can go ahead and assume that 22 is going to be our F. So go back through here, find the 22s. A lot of F's in this one, I don't think. Nope. All right. Pregnant wife, blank I-S-A-P-P-E blank R-E blank. Okay. 13 shows up at the beginning and the end. 14 we already know is A. All right. I think it's pretty safe to say that's the word disappeared. All right. And you can see this is really starting to fill out. I go through in a very systematic way, start at the beginning of the sentence and work my way through, try to figure it out as I go. This works for me. Something different might work for you. That's up to the individual. Had right there. All right, so we know that is working. Okay, his pregnant wife disappeared. His 7 is an R. Weird. Blank E-H-A blank I-O-U-R. Okay, we'll keep that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be behavior. All right. Ooh, that is not it. That's an H, not a E. Don't know how I did that. Just to show you that correction, for some reason I mismarked 9 for 6. It's probably because I was doing them together. But that 9 should have been an H, not an E. Okay, was, and that of course is an E. All right, and that's an N. Was enough because we already know N is 8. Was enough to blank 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 A blank E. All right, we'll leave that alone. H-I, what are the combinations? It could be hit, no. It could be his. We already know what S is, so no. It could be him. We do not know what M's are. So I'm going to go, well, it could be hip, but we also know what P's are. So not knowing what M's are, I believe that this is going to be him. All right, so if we go back here, and 25 is V because behavior. Oh, 25 right there. And M-A blank E, that's either going to be made or make. We believe we already know what D is. D is 13, so that is definitely not D, so that's going to be 8. Excuse me, K. Make him the suspect when his M, R, pretty sure that that's going to be L, double L's, very common pattern, called into police. And 15 is going to be Y. The reason I'm saying that is because the word THE, we know it's not then.